Hello, my reading friends. Welcome back. I'm Miss Sunshine, and we are going to start our reading off today with the nonsense word practice. So let's take a look at our words today because Miss Sunshine's going to read this top line with you so that you will know exactly how to read these words as you practice in the 1 minute that you'll have in order to finish this practice. So let's start with this first word. Follow my cursor with your eyes. Wob, bev, rit, mon, lin. All right, friends, you have 1 minute in 3, 2, 1. Now's the part in our video where you'll pause the video so that you can go back and read, or I should say count the number of words you read in that minute while we were practicing. And then keep track of your score because we want to know if you're getting better at reading nonsense words each time we practice. Let's move on to our book. It is a time of year here where I live where it is springtime and there are a lot of things growing. The title of this book is I See Plants. The author is Tim Mayerling. Now, take a look at what is inside this front cover. We have what's called a table of contents. So if you're not sure how many parts there are to a book, how many chapters there are to a book, the table of contents can help you know exactly what you're going to be seeing in a book. So over here is a list of the different parts of this book. And then as we look over to this side of the page, we can see the different page numbers where we're going to find those parts to this book. We are going to read this book as an echo read, which means you are going to follow along. Miss Sunshine will read a sentence, and then you are going to read it back to me as an echo. I see plants. Plants can have leaves. Now let's take a look at this purple circle over here on page 2. This is something called a text feature. A text feature is a tool that an author uses to help you better understand what you're reading. In this case, the tool they're using is called a label. So inside this purple circle, we see the word leaf. And then we have this little dotted line and an arrow pointing to a photograph of a leaf so that you know exactly what it is that we're reading about. Plants can have seeds. And let's read this label all together. Seed. Plants can have flowers. And let's read this label. Flower. Those are pretty flowers. I love it. Plants can have fruit. All together, fruit. Do you know the name of the fruit that we're looking at in this photograph? Oh, it's one of my favorites. Raspberries, delicious. Plants can have roots. And all together, roots. There's our little arrow pointing to the roots. Plants can make food. Plants can be food. And do you see the punctuation right after the word food in this sentence? Do you remember what the name of that punctuation mark is called? That is called an exclamation point. And when we see that at the end of a sentence, we know the sentence needs to be read with a lot of feeling in our voice because it shows excitement or anger, or it can be something where the character is afraid. In this case, it looks like this little girl is pretty excited about having some carrots. Take a look at what is called our glossary. At the end of a book, if there are words inside the book that the author isn't sure that you know, or maybe you don't know the meaning of the word, or you've never read that word before, the author will include a glossary. So we have a couple of these really great pictures with the different words that we learned as we read this book. Below our glossary, we have what's called an index. And if I'm not sure where those different words that we read are located inside the book, the index tells me the word, and then it lists the page number or page numbers that that word appeared on. So that if I want to go back and look at the picture of the flowers, I know I have to go to page 7. I hope you enjoyed reading all about seeing plants and their different parts. Have a great rest of your day.